Hey.
You can wipe your shirt off.
Hey, we're a multi-million-dollar company. Let's go.
Let's go.
Everyone give us one of these.
It's like airship times too.
Oh, we do have the Maverick.
Maverick? Do we have a Maverick here?
Yeah.
All right.
Bro, it needs to stop raining, bro. And then it freaking rains, and then it does that.
And that's not up to code.
And that.
Gotta put some rain
That's
block
not-
technology on.
That's not.
Oh,
that's
I need.
not up to standard.
Oh, I need it. Type
Ready?
shit. We got a good one today, I think. Doing these videos are always fun. We're gonna have pretty much our story video. These are always fun ones to do because I think it takes me and you back down memory lane.
Remember the good old days.
Remember the good old days, the good old grind.
We show a lot about what we do now, but we don't tell the story enough of showing like what we did to get where we are at. And so that's what we want to do today is like over the past 8 years, what did each year look like? What did our revenue look like each year? What did our operations look like? Like how many techs, how many trucks did we have? Where were we located? And then we'll also share like what were the core learnings each year so that you guys know the main things that we did to now get to where we're at.
And we're also going to be driving to our old stomping grounds and showing you guys. So going to get the feels again, back when we first started.
He's sentimental.
Trip down
He is
memory
a
lane,
sentimental
dude.
guy.
That's what we do. Hell yeah.
Dude, this truck, I never know if it's on.
Boy. Actually, one sec. I have one more thing to say. So, the past 8 years have led us exactly to this point. A lot of learnings, a lot of failures. We know exactly where we want to take it now. And like we have the vision, we have the team in place for it. We want to take you guys and show you guys what we're doing in 2026 and how we're going to fix the industry.
Watch till the end.
So watch till the end and subscribe.
Give me that ND filter. Hey, why did it, do you take the LUT thing out? It just be looking. Let me make sure the lighting's good in here. I'm also gonna use this little mini light. I'm gonna turn it on. So reflecting on our entire story over the past 8 years, starting in 2018, the main thing that I want to get across with this, before we even get into how we built what we've built, there are stages of business and they're required that you go through those to earn the next stage. The hardest things for me when I compare myself in business with other business owners is like I see what they've built, but I don't fully understand what they did to get to that point. And so I try to replicate the things that they're doing now, but the things that they're doing now are not the things that got them to where they're at. And the things that we did in the first year, the first 2 years, the first 3 years are not the things that we're currently doing now. If you're in your business where you're just starting out and you want to eventually build $1 million, $2 million, $3 million plus business, you need to think about it from the perspective of what are the things that I need to do now, not what are the things that a $3 million business does. Because when we started out, we wanted to build something big, but I think the hard truth that we learned over time was just we weren't good enough to build the business that we wanted to build. And so we had to earn that business through trial and error, through blood, sweat, and tears, and it was just gonna suck. Like it was gonna take a long time to just do something hard, and then eventually we would earn it. And that's what we did when we first started. Like the very, very start of Mint, before we even had a brand or anything, me and my older brother Steele in Arizona just had the idea of like, we wanna do our own thing, and pressure washing and window cleaning looked like an easy thing to start, and so that's what we did. And basically after 8 months, like we made good money, but I still wasn't sure if this was what I wanted to do with my life. And so I decided that I wanted to go to college. And while I was in college, I would do windows on the side. I didn't know how to do anything, and so basically I would go to school and then I would clean for the rest of the day, and I was working like a lot. And yeah, I was just running the business out of my Mazda 3, key rack on top. I would stuff everything, I'd fold the seats down and put everything in, and that was the operation. And then when I started hiring part-time college kids, or college buddies, I would have them just use their personal cars, but I didn't know any better. I was just winging it. There was no one at the time that was like doing what we were doing now to like model after, and so I was just winging it. And in that first year, we did I did 163,000. I had a room that I was renting in a house, and we were just running out of that. And I had my part-time college buddies, and that was kind of that. And after about doing this for a year, I actually ended up just dropping out of college because I realized I had to choose either between college or running my business. And I decided that I was going to run my business, and so I quit college and decided I needed to go all in on growing Mint. And honestly, looking back, like that one decision, going all in and stopping everything else, was the main catalyst that drove us to build what we're building today. So that was the first thing that I learned. Was window cleaning can be a massive opportunity. If I wanted to achieve big things, I needed to focus and go all in on one thing. And so I quit everything else. I made the conscious decision. I'm going all in. This is the vehicle that I'm going to take. This is the opportunity I'm going to pursue. And let's see where we can build. That was 2018 and 2019. And then 2020 was when things started getting good.
Yeah, boy. Dirty truck or what?
No, I'm just making room for you. Give you some more room back there.
I appreciate you for that. Nothing like a good freaking paint can opener / screen opener.
Ace Hardware Edition. Everyone buckle up.
We got a good one today.
All right, guys, we're going down. How you say it? We're going on a trip. We're doing a trip down memory lane. There we go. Yeah, just so you guys know, we're going to my old house that I haven't been to in like 5 years, and it's just a rental. We're gonna show you guys, but we're gonna be pretty chill.
The old stomping ground.
We're just gonna hang out outside.
So everyone be quiet.
Never use my brain. I only use my heart and my imagination.
There it is.
Dude, we should move back here.
Yeah, this looks
Mint
great.
truck on the grass. There's another mint truck right here. I don't know why he's going, but like people literally live here.
What are they gonna do?
Arrest us.
We're in Provo, bro. They ain't doing nothing.
You see the garage?
It's huge.
Show them the garage. This was our first warehouse.
Not the left one, the right one.
That was our first warehouse.
And there's a little room on the back of that, and that's where we kept the Christmas lights.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Little tiny room.
Moved here in late 2019, and then in spring of 2020, me and Ian ended up going to our legendary lunch where we decided that we're going to partner up, and we decided we're going to go all in on this thing. So that was the year that Ian was fully in the field. The agreement was like Ian needs to run the technicians, I'll run everything else. We rebranded, so this was the year that like the Mint brand came to fruition, like it was actually created. We wrapped our first 2 trucks, so we got the 2 first Tacomas.
Yep.
How many employees do we have?
We had 4 technicians, well, including me.
So it's you and 3 technicians.
Me and 3.
Brenton was one
Brenton
of them.
was one of them.
Yeah, we did $316,000 that year.
Yeah, not bad.
So going
not
from
knowing what we were doing.
We had no idea what we were doing. I think there was so much room for growth, and we learned a ton
Yeah.
of things. And so like, since Ian was in the field, I was able to first figure out Facebook ads, which is great. We went super hard on social media because we felt like we had this really aesthetic brand. We went really hard on Instagram, reached out to a ton of influencers and did a bunch of free services so we could get the brand out to everyone as fast as possible. And then I focused a lot on phone sales. Like since Ian was in the field 100% of the time, I was in the office 100% of the time. And so I was just selling. And that's where we really figured out the pitch. And then I really started to dial in service plans because I was selling so much. I was like, there's got to be a better way to sell.
Because the problem was we were getting booked out day to day. So we had that problem where we'd wake up in the morning and be like, dude, we don't even know if we have work today. You know, me and Brenton were like, we only have work today because you were selling for the next day.
Yeah.
So that's when like, hey, let's think about service plans. That could help solve that problem.
Yeah. So I would say like we figured it out that year.
Yeah.
And then carrying into 2021 was when we really started to see the fruits of it. And that's when it kind of really changed the business.
So yeah, a lot of memes here.
A lot of memes. This was kind of a crazy year.
Me and Ian hated coming here in the morning.
Oh yeah, this is
sucked
rough.
when we had to come
Especially
here.
for Christmas lights.
You guys would show up and I would just be in my room sleeping. And then
Yeah, he'd be in the back room sleeping. We have to walk in the house
or knock on
the window.
and be like, hey, we need Christmas light bulbs.
Yeah, he's like, crap! Comes out in the midwinter with just his sandals on.
Well, the fact that I had to organize the Christmas bowls for you guys, you guys can just get them yourselves.
You wanted to.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. I just didn't trust you guys.
There it is. Dang.
My mic on? All right.
Spot number 2.
Location number 2.
All the mint trucks right
How many
here.
trucks do we have?
4.
4 trucks?
We had 4
trucks?
Yeah, we did our
Trading
first. So trading videos 1.0 were here. Me and Brenton were grinding on them in the early spring, and it was still snowing. Gatlin's room right there.
Yeah.
Pain damage. I see it. Yeah, I just worked on the kitchen table.
We had like a couple
Sales.
photo shoots in this driveway.
Yeah, with the boys, with Caleb.
The swig one.
The handshake with
Yeah,
Caleb.
the handshake with Caleb. True, the roses.
Brecken's first day was here.
True, this was when Brecken is our longest employee, and we
Yep.
hired him when we were at this house.
Yep.
So this was our second year of being official. This is 2021. I ended up moving in here. My buddy owns this house, and I was just renting a room. And I was like, "Hey, dude, are you chill if we have some trucks pull up every day?" And he's like, "Yeah, I don't care." And then it became a problem. All the neighbors were complaining, and so I mean, at this house we had 4 trucks, 8 technicians. We were running 2-man crews.
2-man crews.
And this was the year that like our plans really started to pick up. They were starting to stack from the previous year because we'd kind of figured it out. On top of our plan stacking, we also figured out more on marketing. So like our yard signs were dialed, influencers were dialed, Facebook ads were dialed, but we also started Google. Crazy thing, we didn't even start Google until like this year.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy.
2021.
So we started getting Google reviews, and I think all of that just started to compound so much that we were really busy. And so we hired our first secretary person.
Customer
service girl. To handle all the customer service for the plan clients and the jobs that are coming in. I was still selling, so I didn't fully offload office for you guys on the service side.
It was still, I mean, just getting the jobs done. I think we focused a lot on culture while we were here, too.
Yeah.
Like we did like competitions and stuff and bonuses with the guys, which was fun. So we started like to play with that a little more, so that was good. Yeah, like I said, we were doing our training programs, but when we first got here, we didn't have training programs, so I was still like, everyone had to be trained by me still.
And you'd have the guys show up and you would train them on this house.
Yeah, we had a training day here.
Yeah.
That's right. We had like a full training day here, 3 or 4 guys, and we spent like 2 days just cleaning this house over and over again, inside, outside, inside, outside. So I mean, that was actually kind of nice.
Side note with that is like, just have them clean real clients' houses. It's way better experience than like cleaning the same house over and over again for 2 days straight. So basically, since we had figured all the marketing stuff out, we had too much work and not enough employees, and so we really had to figure out like, all right, how do we scale our technician team to keep up with all this work that was coming in? As we were scaling the ops side, I mean, we were working out of a freaking neighborhood, and so we got reported to HOA like multiple times. And so we started realizing that we're gonna need a new place to run the business out of. I had this genius idea that I was gonna buy a house so we could run the business out of. I was like, I'll just get a place with land. So we'll head there real quick. That was our 3rd location, and you guys will see how that turned out. But
That's a fun one.
yeah, I think this YouTube video will do good. I think it's just like a little bit different vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
We forgot to mention in 2021, so our 2nd year of being official, we did 816,000, right? 816?
Yeah, 816.
So we did 816,000. So
Yeah. 8 technicians,
4
4
trucks, 8 technicians, 816.
That was the year we like doubled, more than doubled.
Yeah.
It's a really good year.
Yeah, it was nice.
Why you bought a house going into the next year?
Because we killed it.
Spent all my money.
Dang, lawn looking good.
No, I'm looking busted. Are they home?
Oh my, windy. Jeez, bro. Dad, this place used to be dialed.
Warehouse number 3.
That's what I'm saying. This is the gravel road. Drove all the trucks right here. Parked them back here. Good lot, though. Yeah, we tore down all the trees back there.
It was a labor of love. But I figured like the nice thing with this was there was a driveway, and then there was another driveway here that got to the back. And so I'm like, cool, perfect. We could just park 6 trucks in the back, and it worked good for about like 6 months. And we'll get into that. But at this house we had
eight trucks, 16 technicians.
So we scaled the team quite a bit, and like so we were able to solve the problem
because we had 2-man crews still.
Yeah, we still running 2-guy crews, and this is where we were able to solve the problem. Like we realized that we could hire a lot of people, and we also realized that it was really hard to like train that many people at once. We realized that getting work was easy, but scaling the service side and like maintaining quality service at scale is really, really hard. We scaled to like 16 technicians. We didn't train them properly, and our quality just went to crap.
Yeah, our quality suffered these years, or this year.
Which is our bad.
Yeah.
I mean, your life sucked.
Like we ended up with 16 technicians, but we made 40 hires this year. We did have our training systems going, not as good as it is now, but we did have them going, so that helped a lot with training. It was a mess. I was putting out fires just constantly, and yeah, it was crazy. We did start pressure washing this year, which was cool. So Caleb headed that one up with the truck and trailer. That was cool. He killed it with that.
Yeah.
So that like brought in that side of the business into it. So that was cool. The last place we did a lot of culture. This place we really did more of that. We did like barbecues. We had softball team. Our morning meetings. We started doing morning meetings in here. We started tracking numbers for technicians. So we started just to get the ball rolling on that type of stuff. So that was cool.
Yeah. I think we tried to solve all of the hiring problems that we were having.
Yeah.
And so you're hiring guys for 18 to 20 an hour, and we're like, we'll just invest in like softball team, food, culture, and like
Yeah.
hopefully that will solve the problem of service, and it didn't. And like we actually ended up solving that problem the next year. But we still had a customer service girl.
Yeah.
I stopped selling, and we actually hired our first office sales person. This was the year that we broke $1 million, so we actually did 1.3 million this year.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. But on the flip side of this, something that we talk about a lot is like we did 1.3 million and we made no money. And so like, it was awesome from a revenue standpoint, but we were extremely overstaffed because we just didn't know any better, and our labor cost was like over 48%.
Oh yeah.
And so like it was really cool to be like, yeah, we broke the 7-figure mark, but we had the 0 mark in our bank account. So that was cool. I bought this house thinking that I could eventually like maybe build a garage or something in the back, and like this would be the place where we'd run mint out of. Turns out you can't do that in a residential area, and all of the neighbors again reported us to the city, and so the city ended up shutting us down.
That was bad.
And so I bought this house, had this mortgage, and then 8 months later we weren't allowed to run the business out of it anymore. Otherwise, it's going to start getting fined. So that's what took us to
The next
our next location. And so we're going to head over there real quick. You like that burnout?
You're gonna do a map burnout in your own house.
Dude, it's crazy because it doesn't even really burn out because it's front wheel drive.
That was sick.
It says the front burnout.
Did it look cool?
Did it look fast?
Oh, this is it.
What year was this?
2023.
2023. Warehouse number 1.
Warehouse
Like
number
actual warehouse number 1. Location number 4.
1. We thought we made it here.
We actually shared this place with our buddies from Lifetime Epoxy. We'll go
We got some roommates.
Yeah, we had roommates here. This looks. I mean, you have to show the befores because this place looks way different than it did when we were here.
It was not this nice when we were here.
They decked it out.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
This is not what it looked like.
No.
This right here. This is my office. Yeah, so this is my office. It looked not this nice at all. What up, dude?
I was like, who's out here?
We already asked permission. Don't worry.
We found videos the other day of what it used to look like. It does not look like this. This is way cooler, but this is where we had the conference room. This is where we had our tech meetings, and obviously it didn't look as cool as it does now, but and it was kind of funny because we obviously shared the space with these boys, so we'd have to have them on Tuesdays because they had theirs on Mondays in here, so we had to switch ours to Tuesdays.
that wasn't there before, but sometimes we'd have in that corner.
Yeah, sometimes we have them in the corner. Yeah, it was fun.
Should we check out the shop? Yeah, so basically Lifetime would have all their stuff over here, and then we would have all of our stuff. This shelf wasn't here, and this is where we'd park. We'll park and
Oh my
store our
gosh.
stuff. We had Christmas lights on this side.
The floods of memories.
And then
no,
everyone-
we did not.
Huh? Did we not?
we
no,
had
didn't.
storage unit right
Storage
here.
unit.
Yep.
Never mind, we didn't.
Nope,
yeah.
this was just material.
Yeah, this is when we thought we made it. Legit.
Dang, this just brought back some. Dang, that's
19 days
tough.
since last callback.
That is tough.
That is cool. It's kind of like the thing on the road that's like this many since the last death.
Oh, yeah, dang.
What the freak?
What up, boys?
Meet our roommates.
How you
What
doing,
are you guys doing, dude?
Brethren.
Oh,
I'm heated out.
how you doing?
Good, bro.
Me and Port be running, dude. What's
Are
that,
you
bro?
running?
We're be running.
Really?
They're training for the marathon.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good.
I haven't seen
Utah
you guys
Valley?
so
You guys
long.
is
You're
fine.
never
It's
here
been a long
anymore.
time.
Yeah.
These are our roommates for our 4th location. Basically, what happened was these guys were looking for a warehouse at the same time as us. Texted me, they're like, "Hey, do you guys need a warehouse?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're actually getting evicted from our place, or like my neighbors are kicking us out." So, came and checked this place out, and yeah, we were here for what, a year and a half.
You guys moved out a year ago?
No,
2
2 years ago.
Yeah,
2 years next month.
Yeah,
Wow.
So they evicted us.
yeah.
They kicked us out.
Oh yeah, like
Hey, bro, we need you guys out ASAP.
were you getting kicked out?
Yeah, we've got some new plans for the space, and this place ain't big enough for the 2 of us.
I would always bug them because they were just right there. So I'd come in here, and I asked them something about warehouse, and then Porter was like, "Actually, when are you guys planning on moving out?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, we want the whole thing." And I was like, "Oh, we need to find a new place." So then we got evicted from here too. So
Now you're chilling, though.
yeah, now we're
You
chill.
guys' new spot been great.
Dude, so sick.
Oh yeah.
It's like we'll be there until we build probably,
Sick.
which will be the goal eventually. But
Yeah, same.
yeah,
Sick, dude.
for the wedding,
I haven't seen
they're just digital.
Yeah,
I'll send them
send 'em.
today.
Okay.
When is it?
I'm going with
May
you.
22nd.
Okay, cool.
So we got like 6 weeks.
I want to dab you up.
Good to see you, bro.
Good seeing you too. Congrats on.
Him, yeah, that's him, bro.
What's up?
What'd you say? Make sure what?
I'll make sure I'm diced for your wedding.
Yeah, if you could please.
Nah, dude, you got that dad bod now.
No, dude.
You got a dad.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, no, legit text us.
Okay, bro. Yeah,
Text
let's go run Sunday. We'll be there.
Later, Tanner.
I'll be there.
See you guys.
Peace, boys.
Brenton won't.
Those guys, man. So yeah, that's why we didn't ever get any work done, because our roommates would always just talk to us. So transferring into this warehouse, we obviously had a big technician problem, so we needed to change our whole technician, the way we thought about technicians, I think. So we needed to hire like a higher quality technician, so we really had to figure out how to get that. And one thing we did was we changed from hourly, and now the technicians were on commission structure, so they were able to get paid more. And then because they're able to get paid more, or the way we were able to pay them more was by doing one-man crews. We totally changed our hiring structure, the pay structure. We even revamped the training structure a little bit. We fired all of our technicians that were with us last year in the Lehigh house.
All 16.
All 16, and then we hired all, except for Brecken, and then we hired all new technicians when we got into here, doing the one-man commission structure. It changed. We got a way higher caliber employee, which was awesome. We were starting to hire guys with like families, which was really cool, and like so they actually had a purpose to work. Was so.
The cool thing with the technician side too was like the amount of revenue that each technician was able to do per day.
Oh,
we went
yeah.
from doing two-man crews doing $1,200 a day the previous year till we actually downsized our team
Yeah.
to 9 technicians, and
Yep.
our technicians were doing $1,000 plus per day.
Yeah.
And so less techs, more revenue, and this year we actually ended up doing 1.6 million.
Yeah.
So yeah, more
With
revenue,
less techs.
less trucks, which is crazy.
Yeah.
On the office side, I started realizing that our sales were taking a hit. I was working on so many things, like trying to manage the team, trying to like figure out crazy marketing ideas that didn't work. And when we really looked into it, our sales girl just wasn't trained properly. We dove into the numbers and realized that she was selling like, her conversion rates were half of what I was selling.
Yeah.
And she also just wasn't selling plans. And so we were starting to like, the business was starting to stagnate a little bit because we just weren't selling as many plans. That was that year. I mean, we dialed in techs. Obviously, there were a bunch more problems that we needed to solve, but technicians were like the main problem that we were able to solve.
It was cool. I wasn't like full time in the field. I was off a truck, but I was still in the field with the guys, because I mean, doing like the whole figuring out the training process and all that. Like I was still in the field, pretty much full time, but I was off a truck.
Yeah. And then like they said, they kicked us out.
They kicked us out
because they wanted the whole place to themselves. So we're like, oh crap, we need to find a new warehouse. So started looking for other warehouses, and then we found the spot.
We found the spot.
We found the spot that we're currently at. So we'll take you guys there now.
There it is.
Should we do the front? Or are we doing
And now we're home.
back?
To take a nap.
All those years just to get us where we were always meant to be.
So we made it here, 2024. This is where we're at. Yeah, we moved here May 2024. Great move. Great move.
Yeah, this was
A lot of parking. It's our own spot.
This is great
Warehouse
size.
is big.
We got a few
yeah.
offices. I got my own office. I mean, this year we didn't scale any bigger. We actually stayed at like 9 to 10 technicians, but we actually implemented 4 10s. And so we still had 9 to 10 trucks, but we were only using like 7 to 8 of them. This was the year that we ended up bringing Brenton on full time.
Yes.
And so like our ops was running super great. Like ops was running great. We were figuring out the sales side. And so this was when we were like, all right, if we're going to scale Mint, like what are the other things that we need to do? And we're like, we probably need to double down on content. Like we need to start showing. It was something that we always wanted to do.
2024 was like, same thing with content too. We brought on Brenton. Like we need to like start cutting out all of our distractions and go all in on Mint. That was 2024. We just needed to cut distractions and focus.
Like with that, I think one of the biggest learnings, like Ian went on a hunt that year. And kind of everything on the server side went to crap, and we realized that it was super dependent on Ian.
Yeah.
And so Ian got back, and I was like, we need to pull you out of the field completely. You're not allowed to go in the field anymore, and we need to put team captains in place so you have support. So when either you need to leave or you need to go do something else, the server side doesn't fall on anyone else's shoulders.
Yeah.
Like it just falls on your team's shoulders.
I come back to work, and all of a sudden, my roles have changed. So shout out to Gat for that.
I think everyone sees our uniforms now and they're like, oh, that's what Mint always had. Because everyone's always like, where you get your polos at? And it's like, we used next level white cotton swoop tees
Forever.
for 5 years. Yeah. It's like, you don't need polos. Now don't get me wrong, we probably should have done them sooner. and our
Yeah.
guys look great now.
Yeah.
And so the polo revamp was a great move for sure.
Yeah.
The uniform revamp was great.
We tried
Oh,
door to
yeah.
door in 2024. It actually went great. Yeah, we brought in a bunch of rev. Just fun kinks we had to work out with that, but that just comes with taking on new things.
The biggest thing with door to door is like you need to have the right person that manages the team, and like it works. Door to door really does. We just haven't found the person, and if we're gonna work with someone, we want them to be someone that like we know can own that department.
Yeah.
And like so, we tried out the team. The team did great for us, but finding the long-term person, we didn't find, and so we ended up stopping doing door to door after that
Yeah.
year. But
That was we did 2 million.
come on now. Hey, we're a multi-million-dollar company. Let's
Started the YouTube channel 2024, October.
October
That was like
2024.
when I got back. So our first YouTube video, if you guys want to see, is when I got back from that hunt. When we started making a lot of those changes you talked about.
And I was like, we need to change everything.
Yeah.
2024 was a super solid year. Like
Yeah.
that was the year I feel like we got everything back on track. We finally found a permanent home.
Yeah.
Our team, we started developing our leadership team, and our leadership team started owning departments. Like we still need to develop that, but like we actually started having department heads, and like yeah, service went really smooth. Like that was probably our best year of sustainable growth.
Yeah. For sure.
But then the next year, going into 2026, we started. or no,
2025.
going into 2025, we kind of hit a plateau, and so we'll get into that. But you
I'll
want
go
me to
park.
drive this off too? Go park. Yeah, I've been
I'll go park
driving
it.
too much.
Chill.
There we go, dude.
You need me
All
out
right.
there?
And welcome to. Oh, you got me. What's he drawing up?
I don't know.
Is he up there?
Yeah, he's cooking.
Hey, that's my whiteboard.
He's scheming.
He is.
I think he's fixing is what he's
Have you
doing.
missed us today or what?
Yeah, where were you guys?
I feel like that's just gonna have to be robust.
Yeah, probably. But
That's one flow. You're doing good. You're doing so good, man. I don't know why you're trying to do this on the whiteboard. You think that's gonna fit on the whiteboard? Yeah, that's wild. All right, 2025.
We made it.
Not really. 2025. Actually, we did.
Whoa, we moved here in 2024. We already did that though.
We already did that. Yeah.
Okay,
I was saying.
My bad.
We didn't actually make it because
We're still here in 2025.
home.
Our long-term home. We're still here.
But what I was saying is we didn't actually make it in 2025 because 2025 was actually the first year that we didn't grow.
Yeah.
But for like the main problems that I would say we ran into in 2025, and I wouldn't say that they were problems. I think they were more just like realizations of like what were the true constraints of the business. And I would say the first one we realized is like Mint Utah had a constraint of we needed more jobs. Like we had gotten to the point where like we figured out marketing basics.
Yeah.
We figured out how to do the service really well. We figured out recurring, and the only way to get to the next level was like we just had to put more fuel on the fire
Yeah.
and get more sales. And so like that was the first one to be able to grow Mint Utah to be bigger. But the other thing that we realized was like if we want to grow Mint to be a 8-figure business, we were probably not going to be able to do that in a single location.
Yeah.
And so we needed to start developing people that can start other locations for us. And Big Mike was the first one. Like we developed him and he grew, but we learned how to scale multiple locations. And then from there we're like, okay, cool. How do we get a bunch more Big Mikes?
Yeah, exactly.
So we can continue to scale the locations bigger, but also scale multiple locations.
And
Don't
2025
promote.
we shrunk.
Yeah, we shrunk
went
by
down.
we went down by like 200,000 to 300,000. One of the main reasons though was the previous year we did door to door, and then we did that in 2024, and then we didn't do door to door in 2025, and so that was like a big chunk. There are a lot of core learnings that we had in 2025. I would say the first one, and I don't know if it was a learning, I think it was just more of a win, was we did establish a really good leadership team. I think that was the first year that like you were able to own service. So we had like, I don't even know what, a director of ops, a service ops. And then we had, I was able to step into a role of like, I mean, it sounds dumb because I think a lot of people say that they're the CEO when they're not the CEO. But I would say like I was actually able to step into the role of like CEO and like manage the departments. Caleb was able to step in as like director of office. So basically like customer service and sales.
Yep.
We hired Logan. Where's he at?
At the end of
He was just-
2025.
he was just peeing.
That's his office.
You guys saw him probably walking in the background. We brought him on. He was able to own marketing, and then Brenton was the director of content. So it was really cool. Like we didn't grow in revenue, but we were able to grow as a team, and I think that
sure.
laid the foundation for all of us to own our departments to then be able to scale.
Yeah, we were also able to run Vegas without us having to be there physically, which is really nice. Shout out to Big Mike for
Shout
that.
out to Big.
Mike's kind of over. Mike just takes care of all the service stuff, being the branch manager down there, and then the office side of it is under Caleb's umbrella type thing.
And marketing. So
And
we
marketing,
handle
yeah.
marketing, marketing, sales, customer service, admin, dispatch, all that from here.
Yeah.
And then Mike just handles doing the actual service.
And he crushes it. I think they had, I want to say 3 callbacks the whole year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So they're
What's
crushing
that callback rate?
Crushing it. I don't even know, but
Pretty
something.
much 0.
Yeah, 0%. So 1.7. We did 1.7 million, 10 trucks, 12 technicians. We did implement like a rover technician. So that was cool too. So when a technician calls out, they filled
It's like
in.
a floater.
So that was cool.
Do you want us to say anything else? Was that good? Was that good for the section?
Mad chill.
All right, cool, dude.
Set the standard.
Shout out. Shout out.
Oh yeah, you run a lifetime? Tough
Yeah,
hack.
it's sick,
Actually, tough
dude.
hack, not
It's
gonna
so
lie.
sick. It's like ceiling.
I called it. I called that. I got too much arch. Just gotta do it higher, so it gets over the front.
If you swoosh, it doesn't matter.
2026, we in you. It's going into spring of 2026 now, and obviously, like, we've had a plan for how we want this year to go, and like going back to the constraints that we saw in 2025 of how do we scale Mint to be bigger in Utah and our other location in Vegas, and then how do we continue to scale Mint in multiple locations.
What does that mean?
What?
What does it mean?
train horn mean?
Means must-
Subscribe.
Oh.
Is that what it means? Is that what you've been doing?
Yeah.
Oh. Heck
That's
yeah.
fun. Yeah, give us a.
I like that.
Come on, give us another one. Thank you, Train, for the shout out. But going back to those constraints, we went back to the drawing board and we're like, well, how can we solve these? We're like, how do we play chess, not checkers, right?
Yeah,
And like, how can we solve these strategically? If we have the goal of getting to $100 million, and it took us 6 years to develop one big mic, if you did the math, we'd all be dead by the time we get to 100 million. So like, all right, we gotta be faster than this. And that's why recently we looked into franchising, but we've realized that there's a lot of stuff. We'll probably make another video on why we think franchising is not the move. It's not the move.
For us.
In general, I don't think it's fair. How can we provide enough value for these guys that people will want to work with us, but we can also develop more operators?
Yeah.
And so we basically try to take over the industry by ourselves. It didn't work.
Nope.
And so what if we just shared everything that we know? And we help as many people learn from the lessons that we've learned over the past 6 years, and people implement. And if people want to implement, and they implement our systems really well, maybe they'll want to partner with us.
Yeah.
And then we will create basically partners in a bunch of different locations.
Yeah.
And then we can have a bunch of different locations across the nation.
Yeah.
The first thing that we established, this is where this came into play. Set the standard, be the standard. We're like, if we are going to change the industry and have people follow, we need to establish what good looks like. He's like, I do need to be the standard, man. If we wanted to change the industry, first off, we needed to establish what does good look like. And so that's where set the standard, be the standard comes in. It's like we realize that we need to establish what good looks like and not just say what it should look like, but actually show it.
Yeah.
And so we're like, that's why we need to be the standard.
Well, across everything in your business, what good looks like service, profitability, brand, service, profitability. What was the other one? Culture. Yeah, culture. So more specifically, those 4 things, what is good?
Yeah. So those are the things that we're like, cool, we're going to establish, we need to be the standard in that. And so from there, once we've lived it, which I feel like we've done a pretty good job over the past 6 years, we're like, now we need to show that it's actually possible. And so that's why we started the YouTube. That's why we were making these videos. So you guys can see us actually doing the thing rather than us just telling people to do it. Because I think there's a lot of people out there that just tell.
How are you going to show someone how to build a business when you haven't even done it yourself? Just saying.
We needed to show that it was actually possible. So that's what we're trying to do. And that's why we have it on YouTube. From there, we realized that even though people see, we needed to lead people to action.
Yeah.
What we've seen, the best way to lead people to action is the first thing that they need to be inspired, right? Because they basically they don't have a desire to do something, and so you need to inspire them to do something.
Yeah.
And so once they know how to, or once they want to do the thing, they need to learn how to do it. And so that's where information comes in. And we try to share as much as we possibly can here, but we realized that people were going to need a place where they could actually understand everything of how we do the business. So that's actually why we started the Mint Movement. And the Mint Movement is our community where we share everything of how the actual how-to of everything that we do, but it also does another thing because information only gets you so far, because once you want to do the thing and you know how to do the thing, you're like, okay, cool, but I don't believe that I can do the thing. And so what community does, which is really cool, you can be inspired by us, but it's really hard to have that lead people to action because we're 6 years in, and so we're maybe less relatable. The power of the Mint Movement is there's a lot of people in the group that are in a similar spot. And so when they see other people execute and see a result, they're like, oh, I'm just like that person. I can do it too, right? They know how to do the thing. They believe they can do the thing. The only thing that's left is for them to act. Implementation. What we believe is like, if we can get to people to the point where they do take action, that's what will lead to change in the industry. And and if people change, then it'll develop, like, we'll be able to develop a bunch of partners in other locations. Yeah. And if we teach people this, hopefully they'll trust us enough to want to work with us. And if they don't, cool. We still made an impact in the industry.
Yeah, if it doesn't work, then we still help the industry like we made it better. And better place. And Mint's still gonna grow. Like maybe we won't get to 100 million. Right. But we'll still be an 8-figure business. Yeah. And that's chill. It's like, I think that like if we really try to figure it out, could we get to 100 million all by ourselves? Yes. But what I would rather have, which I think would be cooler, is like actually make an impact in the industry, actually change it, and then have like 10 to 50 guys that are like our dogs. Just killers, and we all have each other's backs. Yeah. And we're like, we built this thing together. Yeah. So that's what we're trying to build. And is it going to work? We don't know. But we're going to try. Do we think it's a good idea? Yes. Or there's a million different models that people can follow. That's the model that we want to follow. And that's very like high level. There's a lot more that goes into that. But wanted to give you guys an inside scoop of like at least where our heads are at and what we're thinking and how we're thinking about playing chess, not checkers. So if you want to be a part of it, join the movement. This is the beginning. You're here early. That's what forget. You're here early, bro. This is pretty good. Anyways. Yeah, I think this is a cool video. I told the boys this morning in the meeting, I was like, actually, this is a good video because a lot of the technicians don't even know where we came from. We might spend a Monday morning meeting watching this video.
Ian's just been ad-libbing this whole section. I love it. Yup.
Well, he's just been spitting. He's just spitting, so that's it. Thank you all. We love you.
Perfect. You like that now.
He was like, smack it. Light up, get in.
Let's hop in there just for a thumbnail.
Dude, I can't freaking get the trucks in it. Everyone give us one of these. Yay. Yeah, everyone's so excited. Yeah. All right, get out of here.
All right.